Have you ever felt God ask you to do something that was a bit odd? Maybe help someone you don't normally talk to, or be kind to the new kid, or even stand up for someone else. Either way, you feel compelled to do something you would not normally do. The Israelites are in a similar situation in our story in Egypt. We watch plague after plague strike the land of Egypt, water turning into blood, frogs flooding the land, even the sky being darkened by gnats. And each time, we long to hear Pharaoh say that we may go. But each time, his heart would turn into stone, and he refused to relent. In fact, after each plague, we suffered more. We had to work harder to make our bricks. We had to dig wells to find fresh water. We even had to clean up piles of dead frogs. Ugh, gross. Then the plagues only hit the Egyptians. Swarms of flies came, but they avoided the area in which we lived in. Sickness fell on the land. However, all of us Israelites remained healthy. Hail fell from the sky, but not in Goshen, where us slaves lived. At last, darkness settled over Egypt. All the Egyptian slave drivers could not see through the dark, so they could not leave their houses, and they stayed home, huddling in the darkness. Yet Pharaoh would not let us leave. However, we had the light of day in Goshen. With no slave drivers, we were able to taste freedom for the first time since the plague started. Then Moses came. "One last plague will come," he said. "The angel of death will pass over every home in Egypt, and he will kill the firstborn, from the slave to Pharaoh. However, if you fear God, trust and obey him, he will give you life." So, we obeyed Moses' commands. Sure, they were a bit odd, but we had seen both God's judgment and salvation, so we chose his plan for salvation. We took a perfect lamb from our flocks and gave it up for a sacrifice, placed its blood on our doors, and then we roasted it for our evening meal. But not a meal for us to relax and enjoy. Instead, we dressed for travel, standing up, ready to go, with a walking stick in our hands. We did not even waste time to let bread rise. As the silence of the night is broken by the screams of mothers losing their sons, we trusted the blood of the Lamb to protect us from death's blade. Then the news came. "You are free! You must leave!" Already packed and dressed, we squelched our fires and poured out into the streets. To our astonishment, we were met by droves of Egyptians, not with whips or weapons, but with gifts. "Take our gold, our silver, our fine clothes," they begged. "Just go, take these gifts. May your God have mercy on us. Leave, please leave." As the first light of dawn broke, we left Egypt. We were not leaving as poor, broken slaves as we expected, but with new clothes, with gold, silver, and herds of cattle. Like a plundering army, except we did not even have to fight. God delivered us. God saved us. We are free. We are free.
Thank you for watching. Consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with a friend.